The DJI Avata is an outstanding drone that can meet the needs of both novice and expert first-person view FPV drone pilots, bringing FPV video to a wider audience. What will the price of a DJI Avata be? Is there a manual mode for the DJI Avata? Don't worry, all your questions will be answered in this video. Do everything you can to avoid missing out. Don't forget to subscribe to Texan either. Then, let's not waste any more time and get down to business. DJI is perhaps most well known for its line of camera drones, such as the Mavic 3 and the Mavic Mini 3 Pro. However, in recent years, the business has expanded into the realm of first-person view drones, FPV. The DJI Avata is DJI's newest first-person view drone model, following the debut of the DJI FPV in early 2021 with its peculiar design. The Avata's cinewhoop design incorporates propeller protectors into the drone's airframe, making it smaller, lighter, and considerably more agile than previous drones. The Avata's easy-to-use simple controls make it a good choice for people with minimal FPV expertise, while still satisfying the needs of experienced FPV pilots who prefer complete manual control in the challenging Acro mode. What you do receive, however, is a cinewhoop FPV drone that even the most inexperienced pilot can master to shoot professional quality first-person view footage. If the price of this drone is too high for your budget, have a look at our top drone roundup and see if anything there piques your interest. The DJI Avata design demo is here. The Avata is slightly larger and heavier than conventional cinewhoop FPV drones, measuring 180 by 180 by 80 centimeters and weighing in at 14.46 ounces or 410 grams with a battery. But the advantage here is accessibility. The kits are simple to set up and fly right out of the box, and the intelligent flight batteries do away with the headaches and safety concerns that come with using regular LiPo cells. Even though the batteries are advertised as lasting for up to 18 minutes of flying time, most users report getting closer to 12 minutes of flight time. There's also a micro SD card slot and internal storage of 20 gigabytes. The drone's cinewhoop design incorporates prop guards into the airframe to shield the propellers and offers some resistance in the event of crashes. This drone does not fold up, and the camera, electronics, and battery are mounted above the prop guards and the propellers. The design of this drone makes it tempting for pilots to explore challenging surroundings and navigate narrow passages. Fortunately, we have first-hand experience with these maneuvers and can attest that the prop protectors prevent damage in the event of a collision. DJI's motion controller is the included controller for each of these sets. To go up or down, simply tilt the controller forwards or backwards, while left and right tilt control the drone's direction. A trigger is used to accelerate, and a brake button stops the drone and leaves it hovering if a collision seems likely. Furthermore, there is a mode button that toggles between normal and sport, as well as a shutter and record video photo button. You could be forgiven for thinking it's hideous at first, because it does take some getting used to. Once you get the hang of it, however, it's great for flying in even complex terrain, and is great for FPV newbies. The primary drawback is that you can't do any kind of vertical or reverse flight with it, so you'll need to get the DJI FPV remote controller too for that. Manual Acro mode requires the FPV remote, which is only advised for experienced FPV pilots who have logged a lot of flight time in this mode. Discussing its utility is the next step. In contrast to the norm, the Avata has built-in sensor systems and a GPS when flying in normal and sports modes, making it a much safer option than traditional FPV drones. This means that the drone will stop and hover when you let go of the controls, and it will avoid crashing into the ground below owing to its infrared sensing system and two-camera downward vision system. With no front or aft collision avoidance sensors, extreme caution is still required when flying across hazardous terrain. All of these security measures are disabled when flying in manual mode. When the power is low or communication is lost between the drone and the headset, the GPS will automatically activate the return to home function. In addition, the Avata has a turtle mode, a function inherited from conventional cinewhoop drones that allows it to be flipped back the proper way up if it has been knocked over. And in case of minor crashes, the user can easily change the propellers, upper frame, and propeller guard himself. As an alternative, DJI Refresh can be connected to Avata. The Avatar's top speeds of 18 miles per hour in normal mode and 31 miles per hour in sport mode don't make it the fastest drone on the market, but they are ideal for navigating challenging situations. If you want to experience the Avata's top speed of 60 miles per hour, You'll need to fly in manual mode using the FPV remote controller too. This mode needs extensive training with FPV simulators and inexpensive beginner FPV drone kits before you attempt to pilot the Avata. Extreme caution is warranted since even the most skilled pilots have been known to crash when trying to get the perfect shot for an epic film. DJI's new ultra-low latency FPV goggles too offers a smooth video feed in 1080 at 100 fps and a bitrate of 50 megabits per second, making first-person view (FPV) flight more enjoyable. The maximum transmission range in the US is 10 kilometers, and in Europe, it is 2 kilometers. Nevertheless, in testing, the digital signal had trouble reaching the pilot from as little as 300 meters away, especially if there were any obstructions in the way, such as trees. In addition to showing you the status of your battery and your flight, the goggles also provide an augmented reality home point, so you can always tell where you are in the world. In addition, the touch-controlled menu that can be accessed via a panel on the side of the goggles works splendidly for navigating options and adjusting settings. Let's have a look at how well it works. The Avata shines when it comes to the primary function of an FPV drone, recording video. It has a 48-megapixel, 1.7-inch CMOS sensor. However, it can still take JPEGs. You have the option of shooting in manual or auto mode, but the camera's frequently cribbed horizon makes utilizing it for stills a waste of time. While this can help take more dynamic FPV stills, the lack of raw file capture severely limits the usefulness of the feature. The 12.7mm equivalent focal length of the fixed 2.8 lens allows for high-quality video capturing from 0.6 meters to infinity. The Avatar's main purpose is to record 360-degree video, which it does in 4K at up to 60 frames per second, 2.7K at up to 100 frames per second, and 1080p at up to 100 frames per second using DJI goggles too. In contrast, the DJI FPV goggles V2 can record at frame rates of up to 120 fps in resolutions of 2.7K and 1080p, respectively. 100 and 20 fps is for slow motion. The highest supported video bitrate is 150 megabits per second, and both normal and D-Cine-like color profiles are available. Normal looks wonderful straight out of the camera for individuals who want simplicity, whereas ProRes is for color grading in professional processes. In general, the video's quality is top-notch, with vivid colors and sharp images. Rocksteady Electronic Image Stabilization (EIS) takes care of keeping the video looking smooth with the jolting movements of the drone, while the Avata only provides mechanical stabilization on the tilt axis, vertical. It's efficient, and horizon steady is similarly powerful, but produces a whole different outcome if you like an even smoother video with a more steady horizon. While it is possible to disable both of these stabilization options, using EIS will result in considerably steadier footage. What is the price of the DJI Avata? Owners of compatible controllers and goggles can use them with the DJI Avata, as the drone can be purchased in 2 packages or as a standalone product. For $629 or 499 pounds, you get the Avata, 1 intelligent flight battery, 1 battery charging dock, 1 USB-C cable, 1 screwdriver, spare screws, and gimbal protection. The DJI Avata Pro View Combo and the DJI Avata Fly Smart Combo are 2 options for the entire kit that includes a controller and DJI FPV goggles, both of which are necessary for the vast majority of users. You get everything you'd get in a no-RC starter pack, plus the DJI Motion Controller and a set of goggles. The Fly Smart Combo costs $1,168 or 989 pounds and comes with the slightly older DJI FPV goggles V2 and related accessories, while the Pro View Combo costs $1,388 or 1,229 pounds. The Fly More kit costs $279 or 215 pounds and features 2 intelligent flight batteries in addition to the 4-port charging hub. In addition, the DJI FPV remote controller too can be had for $199 or 139 pounds if you want a regular drone controller with support for normal, sport, and manual Acro flight modes. A separate 3-pack of neutral density (ND) filters, critical for regulating video shutter speed, may be purchased for $79 or 59 pounds. Is the price of a DJI Avatar fair? Tell us in the space provided below. As for me, I'm calling it a day. We hope the video was entertaining. We can't do this without our fans, so please subscribe to our channel to see more of our incredible videos.